This was my second experience with DPT, after trying it first at 30 milligrams. That first experience produced effects which were decidedly threshold for me in most ways, so I figured I would push it a bit higher this time, though still not too high. Given that DPT is known for being particularly unique in certain ways among psychedelics, and that I felt that I could use a lighter experience for the time being, I figured that baby steps might be the way to go. My previous experience with psychedelics includes psilocybe cubensis, Ipomoea tricolor, Argyrian ravosa, bufotenin, DMT, LSD, 2CB, 2CI, DOC, 4-ACO-DMT, 4-HOMAT, 4-ACO-MAT, 4-HODET, 4-ACO-DET, 4-HOMPT, 4-HODPT, 4-HOMEPT, 4-HODPT, 4-ACO-DALT, MEPT, DPT, DALT, and at least a couple of unidentified things. T1:00, I woke up in the morning, weighed out 55 milligrams of DPT and put it in a gel capsule, and then spent the next hour mentally preparing myself for a good experience. I would not say I had any significant expectations going in other than that it might, understandably, be like a stronger version of what I experienced last time. T+0:00, I took my capsule of DPT, and then decided to take a shower right away. This decision came from the fact that I took a shower after waiting for 50 milligrams of MEPT to start hitting me somewhat, and it ended up inhibiting my ability to really shower properly by the time I did, so since this molecule is similar I thought I should get it out of the way first instead. T+0:25, the shower felt good, but I felt no beginning of effects during it. However, upon stepping out I first started to notice a very slight stomach discomfort, one suggestive of nausea but not really developed enough to be anything yet. T+0:30, I get myself all dried off and go back to lying in bed, just sort of observing my sensory perceptions. Surfaces have begun to breathe and wave very lightly, but not in any distinct way and without any color involvement. I listen to sounds coming from the outside world too, but can't quite discern any differences yet. The nauseous feeling from before has increased, and it hits me in such a way that I know without question what it is, a purge, like I'd imagine getting from oral DMT. The same exact thing happened to me on 50 milligrams of MEPT, where suddenly I just knew I was going to be building up to it and couldn't prevent it, which is extremely different from the nausea I've gotten from other substances, which both feels somewhat physically distinct and almost never reaches a point of vomiting, and by almost never I mean like maybe once or twice ever. T+0:40, I've been waiting in the bathroom over the toilet, and suddenly the purging begins. It was unpleasant, to say the least. When I had purged on MEPT, of course it's not that I had fun throwing up, but it was a very quick action free of most discomfort when building up to it, and I felt much better immediately afterward. DPT, on the other hand, caused me to heave continuously with bad feelings of nausea lingering in between, and by the end I felt very gross and sweaty, my eyes were beginning to tear up, and my heart was even starting to pump pretty hard. I still felt better after the fact though, but I was not as relieved as I was after MEPT, and I even felt that the stomach discomfort had not completely resolved still. For this reason, afterward I found myself just crawling back into bed to rest. T+0:45, I started smoking a bowl of cannabis at this point, which I had purposefully put off before until after the purge happened, but now I really wanted to get rid of the lingering nausea. It did definitely seem to help in that way, but just lying still may have done a lot of that too. Quickly after smoking, visual effects that had been present before increased slightly, but did not really become any more developed. This was actually about as strong as the open eye visuals ever got for the duration of the experience. T+0:55, feelings have not really increased over the last 10 minutes, and I began to get a bit worried that I might have puked up some of the dose, since it was in a capsule and probably absorbing a little slower than the MEPT had, notable since the purge happened at pretty much the exact same time after either dose. I still felt a little irpy as well, so I closed my eyes to try to lose track of my body and find a little more comfort. It was still mostly just static behind closed eyes, Although I noticed that certain lines among it were starting to sway just barely in a sensual way reminiscent of other tryptamines, though actually somewhat more similar to, but significantly weaker than, what I experienced on the onset of DOC. T+1:00, since I wanted some kind of evidence that this dose was still going to end up being stronger than my previous dose had been, I decided to put on a familiar song to see if there was any difference. The music sounded a little stranger overall, but not in a way that I could really put my finger on. At this point it was only slightly stronger than my experience on 30 milligrams, but I tried to remain optimistic. Then, over the next 10 minutes, a tinnitus-like ringing made itself known and slowly increased to the point of starting to be a little intolerable. I was worried at this point that I had gotten myself into something more than I bargained for, that I might have to deal with this loud ringing for the entire day as I've heard of the effects lasting that long before. However, given that there was nothing that could be done about it now, I decided to try to make the most of it. T+1:20, at this time I had been meditating in bed in the dark for about 10 minutes, which I started in the hopes that I could use the constant ringing as a form of white noise to help push myself into a trance state more easily than I might have been able to without it. When I first closed my eyes again at that point, I noticed that my field of vision was still mostly just covered in colorful dots as it normally would be, but there was a sudden extremely vast feeling of distance contained without that dark space, more so than I would say I have ever gotten from any psychedelic before truthfully, and just emanating from the center of it all was a white light that started off visible but dim, but then grew in intensity until it covered the entire void and began to engulf me along with the loud noise that was blocking out my remaining connections to the outside world. After a few minutes this became overwhelming enough to cross a sort of dissociative threshold, and that's when the height of the psychedelic visual effects came. It began with the perception of human female entities, fit perfectly into my frame of vision with their heads at the top of my sight and their feet at the bottom, and they appeared to have solid color backgrounds behind them. This is not unlike what I have experienced on other tryptamines, but most notably was actually nearly identical in general style to the 50 milligrams of MePT. I would say that the only difference between the two in this way is superficial, specifically in that MePT for me had a tendency to produce colors, in both the backgrounds and the entity clothing designs, that were more focused on reds, oranges, and yellows, whereas DPT produced primarily purples, blues, and greens, and then also in the fact that DPT's images seemed to have more depth to them than MePT's, to the point that they felt highly three-dimensional on a level comparable to but perhaps even greater than my experiences with mushrooms. MePT did have depth too, along with feeling very similar to mushrooms in this way as well, but I would still say that it was flatter for me so far than they are. And to top it all off, blended into this imagery on both DPT and MePT was one very simple spinning geometric design, one also very similar to mushrooms in style but not shape, being something like a spiral composed of feminine legs all curved towards the center where their corresponding feet were tucked inward in something resembling ballet shoes, but with a more pointed and sensual design, and again, on MePT they were red and on this DPT they were blue. At this point, I would say that the defining difference between this experience with DPT and my past one on MePT was that at this level MePT also had a lot of other colors, geometric effects, and visionary imagery reminiscent of DMT that was distinctly lacking from DPT, and as a result I felt DPT to be less traditionally psychedelic or colorful overall than MePT. Corresponding to the lack of that overt psychedelia, I also found DPT to have significantly less manic euphoria, instead for me never really getting above a pleasant but mild buzzing for most of the experience. These things might sound like negatives by comparison, but I think it's worth noting as well that another difference resulting from this was that the vivid imagery caused by MePT also had a lot of typically psychedelic designs mixed into it as well, whereas DPT for me was allowed to feel much more dreamlike by not being drowned out in sensory overload madness. For instance, the entities I saw were wearing over-the-top but still realistic clothing, as opposed to all kinds of flowing abstract outfits that you'd practically never encounter in the real world. The fact that this difference is significant enough even at these dosage levels that are strong but still not like completely otherworldly leads me to believe that at such a strong peak as that they would still end up producing fantasy scenarios that have markedly different emotional or psychological consequences. So, there's not too much to say about the visions this time because I didn't hold onto them for that long. But it's noteworthy that they seem to be building up to what I have experienced on other psychedelics now, particularly LSD, 4-HODET, 4-HO-MPT, and DOC, where they start to push into full delirium and I begin to lose myself and mistake myself for the people I'm seeing instead. It seemed like it could get very interesting if pushed further, but the fact that this trip was making me do this level of work just to get there and sustain it in the first place led me to feel that this particular trip might be better spent doing something else. So with that in mind, I decided to switch gears. T+1:35, the first thing I did before getting out of bed was test the erotic potential of this compound, which was present but not huge. Orgasm felt better than normal, but nothing like I have experienced from some psychedelics before. Notably though, my imagination was dramatically enhanced as I was getting lost in fantasy, to the point that it was becoming interactive, like I could almost see the imagined scenario happening around me and to some degree it and its inhabitants took on a life of their own. That would definitely seem to suggest some significant potential to me if it's used right. T+1:40, since I was trying to take the trip in a new direction and I was, after all, on a unique audio distorter, I decided to try listening to some more music. The first thing I noticed when opening up my laptop was that the little startup beeps and boops it makes were clearly completely different notes from what they normally are, so I got excited. I began trying to put different styles of music on, just to experiment with what would be changed to most, and I tried to pick songs that I thought might challenge my perception the most. Fascinatingly to me, the complexity of a song seemed to make little difference in how much it was distorted, as some very high intensity and detailed electronic songs came out sounding practically unaltered, whereas others were like hearing something completely different than expected. I also quickly noted that voices were by far the most distorted of anything, and a song lacking vocals made it much more likely to still have a complete harmonious flow. I really hadn't expected the audio effects of DPT to be quite as fun as they were proving to be for me, but I have to say that this really was one of the coolest things about the trip, even just because it was completely different to any sort of sensory distortion I have ever experienced before, which is something that hasn't happened in a long time otherwise. T+2:00, I listened to one of my favorite songs that has stood the test of time, Savant's Starfish, and I was nearly moved to tears by what I heard. By now I had not only distortion but also some music enhancement from the typical psychedelic effects of the DPT, and hearing this song again was not only like hearing it again for the first time in the sense that the novelty of everything was enhanced, but also in the sense that my brain was literally registering it as something new because of how different it sounded from what I am used to, and despite that it was still that good. The audio experience of the song was fantastic, but, and don't get me wrong, it wasn't what made me so emotional. That came from experiencing what I consider to be one of the most amazing drug effects I have ever encountered or probably ever will encounter, the ability to re-experience something beloved as completely new again while remaining totally lucid for it and receiving the full cognitive impact of that. It is something I expect to remember vividly for a very, very long time. T+3:25, I have spent the last hour and a half simply listening to music and posting a little bit on the forum, and I have enjoyed myself, but it's getting a little old. I noticed very quickly that simply listening to songs over and over again actually seemed to make the audio effects sort of disappear, by giving my brain an extended time to adjust and start trying to make things sound correct again. So, wanting to keep things going, I decided to take a warm bath and watch an episode of Friends during it. This turned out to be a hilariously weird experience, and even from the beginning the intro song was already far more distorted than any music I had been listening to previously, for reasons I can't possibly imagine. It was utterly disharmonious, and the characters' voices were no better. Phoebe and Joey were not so bad, and sounded mostly normal for most of the time, but they were really the only ones, even including random extras. Rachel and Ross both had a significant robot voice filter at the beginning of the episode, but oddly only Ross's was deeper than normal at first, whereas Rachel very slowly over the course of the show lost the robot sound but dropped in pitch pretty significantly. Monica went through a transition as well. She started out sounding like a male doing a stereotypical effeminate voice, but by the end she actually sounded more female but like she was trying to come off as very butch. And lastly, Chandler was the one of them who sounded the most like a normal person, possibly even more than Phoebe and Joey, but bizarrely he sounded literally nothing like his normal self. Whenever he would talk when I wasn't looking at the screen it would make me think of someone older but also a little more stereotypically manly. Interestingly though, the laughter all sounded normal for the whole episode. T+420, after the show ended I just relaxed for a little while longer in the water, and finally got out at this time. I was still feeling good, but not what I would really call altered in the sense that I still felt like I was tripping. It felt a lot to me like this point in my MePT experience, where I felt totally functional again and like I had come down except for the body high, but if I really looked for it I could still see the mildest of visual distortions or enhancements to things. Without looking though, no such effects appeared. T+4:40, I decided that I was sober enough to risk driving, and I say risk, but I honestly almost never even stopped feeling okay to drive this whole time, so I went out to get myself some lunch. I had no food in my stomach up to this point, so I was pretty hungry. Stepping outside produced a wonderful feeling of tactile enhancement with the breeze and seeing the visual beauty in life all around me like most other tryptamines, so that was a nice surprise. Still no visual or cognitive distortions though, so I still feel good to get on the road. I ended up going to Sonic, laughing to myself at the deep voices and now weird sounding familiar songs that played on the radio, and when I got there and ordered my food I also noticed that my own voice sounded deeper than it had when I had tested it by just talking to myself at home. I ended up getting myself a burger and tater tots and a milkshake, then returned home and had my delicious feast. After that point I took no more notes, so that's where my timestamps will end. What I will say is that I continued to feel good for a little while after that, but then, I believe completely by an unfortunate coincidence, I started very rapidly feeling sicker as the day went by. And I don't mean sick as in feeling poisoned by a drug, I just mean regular sick. By mid-afternoon my throat was so sore that I could barely even talk without feeling pain. I also began sneezing quite a lot and having trouble breathing through my nose, and after a little while of that I started feeling more nauseous again too. Definitely not the best way to end a day of good tripping, but I can at least be thankful that it came after the experience and not during it. It pretty much wiped me out for the rest of the day though, which is why I ended up writing this report this morning and not yesterday afternoon. Thankfully, when I woke up today my throat soreness was almost completely gone, though I still have the other symptoms. So, that concludes what I would consider to be my first full experience with DPT. For now, my final thoughts on it would have to be that I find it to be very fascinating and particularly unique in terms of its audio distortions which are an experience of their own, but I found that its psychedelic effects at this dose and with this method of administration were lacking for me. It's not that I did not find them intriguing, but with the fact that they are so similar in style and intensity to a similar dose of MePT while lacking a lot of other traditional psychedelia and producing less euphoria and more nausea, I just wasn't really left with a strong desire to explore it in this way again. However, I did have the suspicion that, similar to what has been suggested to me for other psychedelics like 4-HO-DPT, this one may be better suited for producing powerful effects via more rapid administration, like insufflation or vaporization. It just seemed to me to be like those other drugs in the sense that it has a strong focus on hedonism and visions, and without the chaotic background that something like MePT retains to carry them into the forefront of your mind. It feels like they could use a little help reaching full intensity. Combine this with the thought that an inhalation method will likely provide significantly less nausea similarly to smoking versus oral DMT, and I am now thinking that the next time I use DPT will likely be by smoking it in a bowl of cannabis. Perhaps this will provide me with a psychedelic experience of my preferred intensity, and maybe also extend my supply as well. But, until then I will simply say that this is a very unique drug in general, and I definitely think that it's the kind of thing that someone interested in the workings of the brain should try at least once, even if they don't find it comfortable or fun enough to return to. I have never in my life experienced something like the audio effects I got from DPT, and I think that is something really worth holding on to.